So we're going to begin with sitting, so any seated position. And I am going to be thinking about sharing some music. It's better. So we're going to be doing Kapalabhati to just slough off the old year, 2023, with loving kindness. And Kapalabhati is the breath that we quickly breathe in and out through the nostrils, using those abdominal muscles. So basically you only focus on the exhale. So you're exhaling quite quickly, like this. So you literally just do a short, sharp exhale, using those abdominal muscles to get the exhale going. Don't worry about inhaling. We're actually going to do this to music and bring in some movements as well, some warm-up movements. So if you don't want to do the breath, I'll completely understand. You can just do the movements. Otherwise, you're going to be using the breath and using the arms. So the first movement is a breath out and your right arm moving out to the side. And then it's a breath out and your left arm moving out to the side. Okay. So let's hope that we've got this time. There we go. Hoping that you can hear that. Please give me a thumbs up that you can hear that. Yeah, we all in there? A nice, long, tall sitting. And you're going to begin by starting with your right arm. So, okay, change to the left. So really feel as though you breathe it out, 2023. Okay, we're going to change to a double arm that crosses in between. Well done. We're changing again to a single right arm up to the ceiling. Keep going. Okay, change arms to the left. Keep that spine long, extended. Okay, it's both arms together next. Arms touching. Great. I'm going to keep the spine nice and strong. Finish with the arms up to the sky and make them into calves. So try not to roll the spine. You're twisting to the right. And to the left. Okay, and release back to the center. Have a little breather. You're going to begin with the left arm this time. Just a few on each side this time. Are you ready? And right. And up. Left arm up. And right. Brilliant, both arms together. Hands to the sky. Take 4 twists to the left. And to the right. And then release back to the center. Okay, I'm easing off my support. I'm going to take my legs out in front. Dandasana position. I'm going to take a side stretch to the right, roll onto that right button. And then to the left. Okay, if you want to go down on your elbow, feel free to do that. Lovely. Next set, last set. Come down onto the floor, release out. And just into your heels, start to move the feet like you're pressing forward and back. So you're just using your heels and the momentum of the movement of your body, jelly-like. Just releasing, and then just taking a few moments just to relax. Just to feel the body soften. Just notice the breath. This sense of really letting go. And then from here, as you extend out with this full extension, remember if you need to do semi-supine at any point because of any low back issues, just have one leg in semi-supine, one leg extended. Otherwise, you're going to take both arms away up and alongside of your ears. So you're stretching through this full extension, fingers and toes. Oh, really feeling that sense of extending and then releasing. Remember, you can do just one leg with this. Extend, reach through the fingers and the toes, and then let it go. Extend one more time, and let it go. Okay, this time, we're going to extend just to one side. So at this point, if your back is In a little bit, just bring your right foot to semi-supine and just extend through your left. If your back's okay, just keep extending through the left side. And then relax, change sides, extend through the right, bring the left leg into semi-supine if you need to. And then relax. This time, extending through the left, slide the right heel along the floor, so you are into semi-supine, and then slide that right knee into the chest. Bring that side of the body and just place the hands on top of the shin. Squeeze that knee up to the chest. Just enjoy that little release out. And while you're there, circle that right ankle. So now we've sloughed off, released 2023. We can start to prepare ourselves for 2024. Okay, change directions with that right foot. Lovely job. Okay, from here, we're going to move this into osteopath twist. So placing that right foot onto the left thigh, slide your arms out into shoulder height, and as you exhale, turn and twist to the left. Remember, you're taking that right leg across the body, keeping the shoulders on the floor, sliding that left hip under, and just feeling that length into the right side of the body. Now you might be feeling a little bit stiff, having not done practice for a while, so just be extra careful with yourself. From this lovely twist position, what I'd like you to do is just slide your right hand towards your right shoulder and then just circle your right elbow. That's it. So you're still in the twist. You're just easing into that shoulder joint. Okay, change direction. Now you can keep that sense of release. Just allow the right elbow to soften back to the floor and maybe open the right arm again. This time, sliding your left heel towards your right buttock. Now you can stay like that, or you could release your right hand down towards the foot and see if you can pick up that left foot. So that's an optional extra. Taking osteopath into cats 2. Let's take a couple of breaths there. Again, just be very mindful if you haven't been doing much practice over the last week or so. And then from there, releasing that bottom leg, coming all the way back onto your back and bringing that right knee to the chest one more time. And if you know you haven't got any neck or shoulder issues, you could always, just as you exhale, knit the rib cage together, lift the front pubis and just reach the nose towards the knee, as long as there's no straining in the neck. Lovely job. Okay, from there, allow the head, neck and shoulders to relax. Stretch the arms up and overhead again. So you're back into that full body stretch. And this time reaching all the way through the right side, sliding the left heel along the floor towards the sit bone, and then drawing that left knee into the chest. As you do that, bring the arms around in a big circle and clasp them around the left shin. Lovely, yes. Start just to rotate that left ankle, just getting rid of any clicks and creaks in the ankle, the foot, the toes. Just course changing direction. Lovely. Once you've done that, that left foot is going to come onto the right thigh. If you can't comfortably pop the foot on the thigh, remember you can place it on the shin. Just try and avoid pressing your foot into the knee joint. Sliding those arms out into a T position, softening the shoulders to the floor. You're going to guide your left leg over to the right. Just feeling that you can tuck that right hip under a little. So you've got this release into the right armpit. And you're going to feel that, you know, maybe a little bit of resistance in that outer left oblique. Maybe even in the left shoulder. So from here, slide the left fingertips towards the left shoulder. And when you're ready, take some circles with that elbow. Just bringing that little bit of movement into the shoulder joint. Feeling the clicks and the creaks. And then circle in the opposite direction. Lovely job. Okay, from there, let that elbow just soften and the shoulder blades soften to the floor, extending the left arm. And here you have that option of sliding your right, bending the right knee, sliding the right heel towards the bottom. If you're taking that option, you could also slide the left hand down towards that left foot and pick up the foot, the cat's tail, just inviting some release to the front of the quad, the front of the right thigh. A few moments there. Taking some gentle breaths. Okay, well done. From there, you're going to release that right leg. You're going to come onto your back, sliding that left knee back to the chest again. And then from here, we're going to take this into semi-supine. So I'm going to release the left foot to the floor, slide my right foot next to the left so they're hips distance apart. And from here, I'm just going to evolve this movement into a pelvic tilt. But I'm going to use the feet and the breath. So as I exhale, I'm going to knit my ribcage together, lift my front pubis, lengthen the spine, and invite some weight through the feet. That's going to take me into that masculine pelvic tilt movement. As I inhale, I'm going to take the weight out of my feet, bring the breath into the belly, send the ribs out to the side, and that's going to lift the back of my waist off the floor. So I want you to continue to do that. As you exhale, knit the ribcage together, lift the front pubis and invite some weight into the feet so you feel that length through the body. And as you inhale, do the reverse. Take the weight out of the feet, belly breath, ribs breath, lifting the back of the waist off the floor. So keep doing that. If you want to bring in the arms, you could also bring the arms in as well, which would mean as you exhale, not only are you going to invite weight into the feet, but you could also turn the palms down and invite weight into the hands. And as you inhale, not only are you going to take the weight out of the feet, but you're also going to turn the arms in the shoulder joints so the palms end up facing the ceiling. If that coordination is a little bit too complex, I understand. Just keep with the feet. We're going to do another 3 of those. Now, the reason I'm warming you up for this is because I want us to start to take some space through the back of the waist, the area that we do tend to collapse if we're not being very mindful of it. So the next time I breathe out, I'm going to invite some weight into my feet. I'm going to leave my palms facing upwards. And I'm just going to have this sense of starting to move into a bridge. So from that lengthening through the spine, I can breathe in, slide my shins, my knees forward, lengthen my thighs. Feel that I'm lifting my hips and my spine off the floor. And then as I exhale, peeling down, extending out vertebrae by vertebrae. If you want to coordinate the arms, you can, bringing the palms to face down as you lengthen the spine along the floor. Starting your bridge from a lengthened spine, breathing in, slide the shins, the knees, the thighs forward. Open up with the palms so the shoulders can open, the chest can open. Just making sure that you're keeping the knees pointing forward. And then turning the palms down, if you choose to lengthen out with the spine as you breathe out. Let's do that twice more. Now, as you're inviting weight to these feet to lift you up into bridge, just make sure you're using the base of the big toe, the base of the little toe, and the center of the heel. So just being mindful of how you release out of these or in and out of the moves using the feet. This is a lovely position, this bridge position, a great way to start to open yourself up, especially if, it's been a lot of rain, we tend to close down a little bit and we have to face the wind and the rain. Okay, just do one more time, one more lift into a bridge. Lovely. Very nice. Now, as you release out of that bridge, I'm going to invite you to place some sort of support underneath your sacrum. So this is going to be our first kind of yin posture. So it could be a block, it could be a brick, it could be a cushion. Whatever you've got to hand, we're just trying to create a little bit of length into the lower back here. So whether you use your brick or block or cushion, your support will come in here at the base of the sacrum. Think of it being just below the back of the waist. So we want to be able to support the back of the waist. So the easiest way to get into it, and I'm just going to use my block today just so that you can see it easily, is to be in your bridge, to breathe out, to invite the weight through the feet, and then lift up that sacrum so that you're placing your brick, block or cushion underneath the sacrum and the back of the waist. So you've got a little bit of support there. So the whole of the spine feels as though it's connected to something. Well, maybe not the back of the rib cage, but certainly the back of the lumbar spine. Once you've got in that position, we're going to do a couple of movements, but essentially we're kind of holding this position. So make sure you're comfortable. From here, I'm going to extend my right heel with a flexed foot along the floor. So the right leg goes into extension. I'm then going to lift that right leg up towards the sky, keeping the leg extended, releasing the back of my waist onto the block or the brick, and then from there, pointing and flexing that right foot. So as I point the foot, I'm feeling a connection to the front of my thigh, and as I flex the foot, a connection to the back of my thigh. Now you can either stay doing that just for a few more seconds, or if you wanted to increase the movement, keeping the leg extended, start to invite the leg towards the chest. So you're challenging the hamstring much more. Remember, check out the head and neck, that you're not pointing the chin towards the ceiling. I'm still activating into my foot a little bit. And then from here, I'm going to exhale, bend that right knee to the chest. Now I've prepared this right leg now. So I'm going to pop that right foot to the floor. Check the difference between my right and left sides. Then I'm going to invite my weight through my right foot and slide the left knee to the chest. From here, I'm going to flex that left foot. Take the heel to the floor, extend the heel along the line of the floor till the leg straightens or extends, maintaining the back of the waist onto the support as best you can. Reach that heel up so that the leg is extended, and then point and flex. That's it. Now remember, it's up to you. You can stay with the leg in this position, or if you wanted to activate a little bit more, reach into the right foot and invite that left leg a little bit closer to the chest. Now, if it bends, if the knee bends, then release it back. I'm just giving that little challenge of how far can you extend with integrity. And then there, I'm going to bend that left knee back to the chest. Now this time, I'm going to keep my left knee at the chest, and I'm going to extend my right heel along the floor. Now, as I extend that right heel, I want to make sure that the toes point to the ceiling. The foot doesn't roll out to the right or the left. The toes are directly extending. I'm directly reaching into that heel. And I'm just really investigating the possibility of releasing the left leg a little bit closer towards the chest. That's it, lovely. Just holding it there and breathing. Then from here, I'm going to slide both knees back to the chest. So I'm still on the block, still on the brick. And then I'm just going to change. I'm going to keep my right knee at the chest, or right thigh at the chest, and slowly extend the left leg out, reaching into that left heel. Now at this point, again, if you've got back issues, this would be as far as you go. So I'd get you to stay with this movement, or to bring your right foot into semi-supine. If you haven't got a back issue, there is an option here to allow both legs to extend out in a flexed foot or a pointed toe, trying to maintain a little bit of core connection so that the back of the waist is lengthening towards your support, be it a brick or a block. So I don't want you to give up on your core and let the waist release off the block. I want you to activate the core, knit the ribcage together, lift that front pubis, so that you are feeling there's a strength that's not impinging on the lumbar spine. Just staying with that for a few moments. You can, investigate, does it feel different if you flex the feet compared to if you point the toes? Keep the legs together. Make sure that you're keeping the feet, the toes pointing to the ceiling. Or if you're pointing them, they're not rolling out to the left or to the right. Good. Okay, from here, slowly releasing out, one leg at a time, back to semi-supine. And then very slowly releasing the support, the brick or the block, as if you were coming out of bridge pose. So sliding that support away and carefully releasing down one vertebrae at a time. Feeling that weight through the feet. So that by the time you've released the spine completely to the floor, you feel completely grounded through the back of the spine, which is really, really nice. And then again, one at a time, legs to the chest until you end up with both knees to the chest. And from this position, we're going to roll on to our hands and knees. So I'm just going to roll over to the side, I think. So roll over to the side, press yourself up and ease on to hands and knees. So whatever works for you with this cat position, ideally having a little bit of weight through the fingers if you can, rather than just bring the weight into the wrists, and knees underneath the hips. And I'm sure you all are aware now, you've probably been doing these, but we're now going to do pelvic tilts on all fours. So as you inhale, I want you to slide that chest forward, feeling the length coming in through underneath the shoulder blades and the back of the waist. And as you exhale, lift up, draw and knit the rib cage together and lift that front pubis. Let the head and neck relax. So just do a few of these, flowing through from up facing cat to angry cat, just noticing how the body feels. Now remember, if the wrists start to ache in any of these movements that we're doing, it's absolutely fine to come on to the fists. So always feel that's an option that's available to you, especially when we're spending a little bit of time here onto the wrists. Okay. Next time you release from that flowing movement, come into a lovely flat back. So you've got a little bit of tone in the belly. And then what I'm going to get you to do is just to bend your right heel towards your bottom. From there, you're going to move that right foot over to the left. So you're crossing the right shin over the back of the left calf. And then you're sliding back and taking the right foot out to the right. Now, if this is too much for the knee joint, pop your blanket underneath your knee so that you can still take this movement with the hip. Now, I'm going to start being quite still with my hips. And then as I get used to the movement, I'm then going to bring my hips and my shoulders in. So as I spin on that knee, I'm actually going to move my shoulders to the opposite side that my foot's going. That's it. So I'm getting into all that fascia at the back of the body, all that tissue. Okay, make the next one your last one. Release the leg and just ease yourself onto your elbows, because by now the wrists are going to be hurting a little bit. So ease yourself onto your elbows, so your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Clasp the hands loosely. Keep a little bit of tone in the lower belly. And from here, you're going to move to a little bit of dolphin. So as you inhale, you're going to move forward through the crown of the head, taking the weight through the lower part of the arms. And as you exhale, bring your bottom back to the heel, well, not back to the heels, bottom in line with knees. You're going to flow forward on the inhale, as far as you can go, and then release back on the exhale. So not only are you going to be feeling this in your biceps and triceps, you might be feeling it in your lower arms. We're going to go for another 2 of these movements. Make sure the elbows don't roll too far out to the side, that they stay underneath the shoulders, and that the inner elbows are rolling towards each other. Woohoo, well done. Okay, from there, you're going to ease back onto your hands again. Remember, you can use your fists. Absolutely fine to do that. You're going to bend your left heel towards your bottom. You're going to move the left foot over to the right and then over to the left. Remember, you can bring the knee onto some sort of padding. Start with the pelvis quite still, and then after you've done a few of the movements, start to move the pelvis some more. Maybe moving the shoulders. Maybe moving the hips. Wonderful. 2 more. And then from there, releasing the foot to the floor, hopping back onto your elbows, loosely clasping the hands. Now at this point, you could do another 6 dolphin positions on the all fours, or if you want to work a little bit more challenging, tuck the toes under and bring yourself into a bent knee dog pose, an elbow dog pose. And then from there, move forward and back for 6. So either keeping the knees on the floor for 5. Now don't let those elbows roll out for 4. For 3. If you need to drop the knees now, please do. For 2. And last one. Woohoo! And then release the knees to the floor, well done. At this point, bring the bottom to the heels and just take a little breather, either in child pose or bringing the fists underneath the forehead in polar bear position. So we're coming off that knee position. We're going to take it into a little bit of movement. So what I'm going to do here, just as best you can, is to start to move my shoulder. So from my child pose, so whether I'm here, I'm going to stay polar bear so that you know it's possible from here. I'm going to release my left arm and I'm going to slide, turn the back of the hand to the floor, slide the arm back, have a little look at it, and then lift up onto all fours, bringing that left arm alongside of the ear. I'm going to do that 3 times. So this is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. Now on number 3, as that left arm goes forward, I'm also going to step my left foot forward. And that's going to bring me into a lunge. So my left foot is forward, my fingertips either side of my left foot. And then I'm going to tuck my back toes under and just stretch out that back leg. So the right leg is extended. From this position, I'm going to twist. So keep my right fingertips to the floor here. Slide my left arm up to the side and twist to the left. Keeping that left knee in line with the left arm. Lovely. From there, I'm going to release my left hand back to the floor. And from here, I'm going to step this into either down dog or extended child or any other movement that you feel that you can do. I'm going to pop a little walk of the dog in there. Really just feeling your way through this movement. Okay, we're going to pop those knees back to the floor again. From cat position, we're going to turn the back of the right hand to the floor. We're going to slide the bottom back to the heels. Look at the right arm. Take it over and forward. Back of the hand to the floor. This is number 2. That's it. Number 3. And then we're going to try and step that right foot forward. Helping it as much as it needs to. From there, tuck the back toes under, release that back leg. Keep the left hand where it is, turn the right arm out to the side, turn and twist to the right. Lovely breaths there. Fantastic, you're doing great. From there, release the hands down either side of the right foot and either rest in extended child or take that into downward facing dog. Have a little walk out with the dog. Building, building, building. Okay, from there, from my down dog position, I'm going to bend my right knee to the floor and step my left foot forward. Now, I don't want to step it too far forward because I'm going to try and get us up to high standing lunge from here. So once again, I'm just going to tuck the back toes under, but I've got a slightly shorter stride. From this position, I'm going to release my hands from the floor and swoop them behind me. That's it. Now, can you swoop the arms forward and up? I'm going to go out of shot here, but I will change my camera in a minute. So you're into high standing lunge. That's it. Now you have to be careful your balance here. Okay, swoop the arms back again. Roll the inside of the left rib cage inside of the left thigh. Can you do this twice more? Okay, just so I can change my camera. So ease back, arms out behind you. And then up into high standing lunge. Brilliant job. Okay, once you're up there, slide the hands down in front of your heart into prayer position. Lovely. Breathing in, as you exhale, turn and twist to the left. Press the arms wide and take the back hand to the back leg. And then bring your right arm alongside of your face. So you're in a twisting high lunge. Again, just really spiraling out of the body. Excellent. Now you have an option here. You could do Tom Cruise run. I've got my right arm in a bend and my left elbow in line with my left shoulder. Or you could take that into twisting side angle position. Bringing the right elbow outside of the left leg and the hands into prayer pose. If that's too much, you can take an extended right arm outside of the right leg, just like I'm doing here with my hand on the sacrum, my left hand on the sacrum. So I'm doing the modified version. If you're doing the full version, well done. You might even want to take the fingertips to the floor and extend the left arm to the ceiling. So you've got lots of different variations here. Wonderful. Okay, from there, I'm spinning back around towards my left foot, and I'm going to step it back into downward dog. Oh, noticing the difference in the legs. Again, feeling free to walk out. Or what I quite like to do is to bring the legs together, bending into the knees and spin on the balls of the feet so that I'm sending my knees and my feet in one direction and the bottom in the other direction. Really releasing through the back of the shoulders, through the back of the hips. Good. Okay, from here, we're going to start on the other side. So from this position, I'm going to release my left knee to the floor and step my right foot. Now remember, it's not going too far forward because we're going to be standing in this position. So from this short lunge, I'm going to tuck my back toes under, lift my back knee off the floor, try and get my balance. Think about my inner left thigh moving into the midline. And then strengthening my right leg, I'm going to slide my arms out behind me. As I inhale, I'm going to swoop my arms up alongside of my ears. I'm going to move into that high standing lunge. 2 more. So I'm going to go forward and back. Do what you can. Lift it up. Excellent. And again. And once I come up to high standing lunge at this time, I'm going to bring my hands into prayer position. You can readjust your feet so you're a bit more balanced. The back heel should be lifted. Excellent. From there, you're going to twist to the right. So you're going to turn and twist to the right, taking the arms out into extension. And then from here, can you bring your right hand to the back of the left thigh and slide the left arm alongside of the ear. Do what you can. Remember, if this is too much of the balance, shorten your stride. So you could always do it with a very short stride. You don't have to do it with a long stride. But it's good to practice that balance. This is going to take the variation of Tom Cruise run with an option to move forward into standing, twisting side angle. Any variation. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see all the variations. So this is the kind of classical variation with an option to take the fingertips to the floor and the right arm to the ceiling. Or if you're feeling that's a little bit too much, just twist around, bringing the left hand outside of the right leg and the right hand to the back of the sacrum. So lots of variations you can use in this movement. Well done. I'm just doing a modified one here. Just so you know, you don't have to keep push yourself here and there. Probably not done a bit for a while. Okay, releasing out of that movement. Turn back to face your front leg. Hands either side of that foot. And then step that back into downward facing dog. And you can either walk out with the dog, or you could bring the legs together and do that little swivel on the balls of your feet, sending the bottom in one direction, side to side. Lovely. Now this time, we're actually going to walk our feet forward towards our hands, flatten the back in that Ardha Uttanasana position, and then just keeping the belly, or the ribs attached to the thighs. Keep the knees soft, and maybe just hold on to the elbows and just hang out for a couple of seconds. Really letting go of the head and the neck. Just feeling the body surrender. Now, because we've held that a little bit longer than normal, we need to make sure we bend our knees deeply. And I'm just going to swing my arms out behind me again, because I'm going to come up through chair pose, Utkatasana. So I'm lengthening my arms alongside of the ears. I'm in this kind of half squat position. And then from there, I'm just going to reach into my feet and take my arms up to the sky. As I exhale, I'm going to release my arms behind me again, swoop them out as I come into chair pose, and then lift that front pubis, knit the rib cage together. Okay, one more time. Release out, and then come back into it. Then from there, reach into the feet, come up into standing, and release the arms out to the side. So you're standing now into Tadasana, full standing position. Feet hips distance apart. Give those shoulders a little shrug. We're getting rid of all those clicks and creaks. That's it. It's a little rotation. And then from here, we're going to step the feet into 3.5 to 4 foot wide. So we're just going to move really gently through Golden Seed. So you'll know it, or most of you will know it. So we're going to begin, feet parallel, breathing in, swoop the arms up to the side, gaze up to the thumbs. And as you exhale, bring the hands down in front of the heart, and then turn the heels in so that you're sitting into a horse position. That's it. Okay, from that horse position, I'm going to reach for the elbows again, just like we did in the forward fold. But this time, as I turn my heels out, I'm going to fold forward from my hips. So I'm in a wide leg forward fold. Now let my head and neck release. Place my hands to the floor or onto the brick. Now, I'm going to turn my feet to the right. I'm going to take my right hand to the floor and I'm going to twist to the left. Twisted elephant, this one. That's it, well done. I'm going to release my my left hand to the floor. Turn my feet to the left, twist to the right. Then release my feet back to parallel. Bend my knees. Imagine I'm gathering leaves and draw them to my heart. And then from the heart, clasp the hands and extend, almost as if we're growing from the heart center. Extend the palms up to the sky. Well done. From there, release the hands so the palms are facing each other. From there, we're going to do a drinking bird. So we're going to bend the knees, swoop the arms out behind, release the crown of the head towards the floor, and send the wings out behind us. Then we're going to slide the heels in and take it into a rocking horse. So the heels are in, toes are turned out. We'll do that twice more. Drinking bird, rocking horse. That's it. One more time, drinking bird. Now, as we come into our final rocking horse, either we can stay here in horse position, or if you want to take this a little bit further, and I'm aware that some of you won't be able to do it because of knee issues, but you could sink all the way down and come into a deep, wide leg squat, using the elbows to open the legs out wide. I'm going to just stay here and breathe. Now, I particularly wanted you to be in a tiny bit of discomfort, because we know that's what life is like, don't we? That sometimes you just have to sit with the discomfort, not pain, but sit with discomfort because you know it will pass. It's almost a life lesson. So you know that in a few seconds, I'll be saying to you, okay, it's all right to ease out of this posture, and that discomfort will move on. Okay, let's do that. Let's ease out. As you come up to standing, shake it off. Hey. So remember, whatever is happening in your life, it's very transient. Yeah? So as we welcome in 2024, can we be more at peace with that? Let's do one more round and then we'll ease out. So taking those feet wide, feet parallel, breathing in, swoop the arms up, gaze up to the thumbs. As you breathe out, into your horse position, feet at 10 to 2. Breathe in, press the palms wide, turn the heels back out, hold on to the elbows. And as you breathe out, hinge forward. Pop the hands to the floor. This time, left hand to the floor, feet to the left. Let's twist to the right first. And then change sides. Twist to the left. Lovely. Feet back to parallel. Gather the energy. Bring it into the heart. Grow from the heart. Press the palms up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, drinking bird. Rocking horse. Now remember, when we're holding this position, it doesn't matter, you've got 2 more. Which position you hold, I just want you to be able to feel there's a little bit of discomfort, not pain. So you could hold here, here with the hands in front, or I know some of you will be very happy to hold here in this squat position, but do not do it if it causes pain in the knees. Remember, you really want to work into the little toe sides of the feet. You just want to be able to feel that where the mind says, ooh, this is a bit uncomfortable. But when I say discomfort, I do not mean pain. It's just a way of practicing on your mat things that will inevitably happen to you, sometimes second by second, sometimes hour by hour, sometimes week by week. Everything is transient. The only constant is change. Well done, keep smiling. If you can't smile, give me a grimace. Excellent. Okay, breathing in, carefully ease yourself out. And as you come up to standing, shake all that off. Well done. Gosh, this morning has gone so quick. So I'm going to invite you. I've got a little meditation to do. So you can do the meditation either sitting or lying in semi-supine or in Shavasana if you wish. I just want you to be aware of being conscious rather than falling asleep. So pop on your warm clothes. If you need to take any releases for your lower back, by all means do. Bring your knees to the chest or anything like that. Absolutely do that. If you feel as though you've still got a little bit of residual discomfort from holding that posture. And then connect yourself to the earth. So either by coming back into your seated position that you began the practice with, or by lying down in either semi-supine or Shavasana. Remember, whatever position you've chosen, settle in yourself so your spine is long and lengthened. And as we know, every day, every hour, every minute could be seen as a new beginning. But as we come to the end of a year, we tend to spend some time reflecting on the previous year and looking forward to improving ourselves or improving our situation in the next year. So that's why I sense this welcoming in the new year is about welcoming in new beginnings. So I want you, whatever position you're in, to take some big, deep breaths in. Going in as deep as you can until you can't inhale anymore. And then pausing at the top of that inhale, holding, and then gently releasing the air out, through the mouth maybe, or through the nose. Taking those big, deep belly breaths in. Really breathing in that energy, that prana. Holding it, pausing at the top of the breath, and then gently releasing. after your next deep breath, settle into a nice, gentle rhythm of breathing. So right now, right here, we're not going to think about our intentions for next year. We're just going to be. We're just going to prepare. And then after a few breaths, I want you to bring into your mind and visualize one action you have decided to take for 2024. Picture that action in your mind, perhaps seeing yourself in the motion of this action. As you continue to breathe within this action, imagine your deep desires infusing themselves into this vision. Keep visualizing yourself in this action and feel a wave of ease as through visualization it becomes much more approachable, much more within your grasp. If you feel that you've got another action that you would like to visualize, please go on to action number 2. If you feel you're still involved in action number 1, continue to stay with that. And as you visualize these actions, set your intentions. Come from a place of aligned intention. It's very often the reason why we don't complete our actions are because our intentions are not aligned with our desires. Connect to your desires. Connect to you. Connect to the future. So whether you are visualizing one action with intention or two, I want you to place those actions and intentions somewhere safe. Maybe lock them into your heart. And then just begin to become aware of your body placed in space. Perhaps the stability and the security of your body on the earth. And then gently start to begin to move. So it might be just moving the fingers and the toes, or perhaps just a gentle rotation of the head. And then when you're ready, perhaps stretch, sigh, yawn. Ease yourself back into this moment, this space. If you need to draw the knees to the chest and rock from side to side, please do that. Eventually, carefully easing yourself in to a seated position. Now, we didn't have much time there to think about actions and intentions. And of course, it's a very personal thing. But I highly recommend sitting every day or standing, you don't have to sit, for a short period of time, maybe only 5 minutes, and just being, giving yourself chance to switch off from your outer energy and switch into your inner energy. It might take a few days or even weeks or months to switch off the radio of the mind or to turn it down. But stick with it. Listen to what's going on within you rather than the constant chatter of what is going on outside of you. So as we complete our practice this morning, breathing in, gathering your energy, bringing the arms up, gaze into the thumbs, and as you exhale, drawing the front of the thumbs down to the third eye, just to seal the practice, to the lips and the throat, and to the heart. And I'm just my spirit is gonna wish your spirit all the very best for 2024. Hopefully lots of yoga practice, and I'll get to see all of you again. Thank you for joining me this morning.